Hey, what's up everybody? It's Beau back with another great recipe from Good Ranchers. Today we are rocking the 10-ounce New York strip steak. You're dealing with prime or upper choice always. You know you're gonna get it from a sustainable farm right here in America, delivered from the farm to the box to your door. That's how it happens. These steaks, beautiful eye, hand trim, hand cut, and a nice amount of fat on them. So really, I mean, you can season them with some salt and pepper, let the grill do the work. We got to add a little more drama just to the illusion like we're having some fun and working here and having a good time. I'm gonna make a little Tuscan steak for you. Super simple, 3 steps. Tight little marinade, maybe a little spinach for a little garnish here, and a little drizzle of a balsamic chili glaze. It's one-stop shopping, cooking under 30 minutes. Good Ranchers is doing all the work. Let's get started. First up, need to make this little marinade. So I'm gonna start out with some Worcestershire. You try to say that 10 times fast. Okay, that's gonna be the base of my marinade right there. And then the Tuscan side, you know, we wanna get some flavor in here. So I'm also gonna add a little balsamic vinegar. You can go out and spend, you know, millions of dollars on balsamic vinegar, or you can find it affordable. You know, it's to your taste. They have reduced balsamic, they have aged balsamic, but any balsamic will do for this little recipe. Beautiful. So that's that. Next up, I got a little chili flake. This will bring a little heat to those steaks. So if you're cooking for the family, you might want to back off the chili flakes. If you got the boys coming over for a game, throw them on there. You know, drink a little more beer, watch a little more football, eat a little more steak. Life is good. Okay, what else? I got some garlic. I've got some rosemary and I've got some thyme. So I'm just gonna get that rosemary right in there like so. A couple little stems. You know, you bruise that rosemary up. You know, I don't like to chop a lot of my herbs. I like to kind of tear them and bruise them. That's gonna release a lot of those essential oils and bring out the best flavors of that herb. The more you cut something, obviously, the more nutrients you lose. So keeping it together is easy. Throw a little thyme in there as well. Already smells good. You know, these steaks, they have so much flavor when you get them. You know, the one thing you don't wanna do is over marinate them. This is a quick, easy little recipe, and you don't want to overdo it. You want to open that box when it comes to your door. The box says Good Ranchers. You want to pull out the best beef you're going to find on the planet. And basically, you're going to make this marinade and let it sit for 10, 15 minutes. Just get a light rub on it, and then all you got to do is go to the grill, and it's go time. All right, there's my acid, my herbs, my chili flakes. Let's get some olive oil in there. Almost equal parts, right? That's nice. And then here's a kicker, fennel seed. You can buy this at any grocery store in the spice aisle. I recommend if you do, take that fennel seed and toast it. You can toast that just by pouring a little fennel seed in that pan over heat and just like browning it up a little bit. This is gonna basically brown the little shell of the fennel seed and release its fragrance, release its power. That's how you really get the best bang for your buck when you're using, you know, seed spices like this. So there's your fennel. All right, next up. It's habitual, but I like to add just a pinch of sugar. Not that the beef has its natural sugars in it, but I want to get a little char. That sugar helps bring that out on the grill. People love it. They love the smell, they love the sound, and they definitely love the taste. All right, garlic. People ask me all the time, they're like, Chef, you know, in a kitchen, and it's funny, as I gotten older and really realized, you know, your staples, you know, if you really want some assets, you really want to take your game to the next level, what do those ingredients look like? Well, chefs will tell you it's garlic, it's great sea salt, it's extra virgin olive oil. You know, chefs love to use citrus and herbs. People don't use citrus and herbs enough in their cooking. But what I'm telling you is those are all supporting actors. Those are all little things that can help, you know, really make the star of the show stand out. The star of the show is starting from, you know, Good Ranchers pork, poultry, wild-caught fish, or prime beef. That's where you know it's Oscar-worthy dishes coming out at your dining room table every night. Let them do the work. Okay, here we go. Little rough chop on this garlic. And I'll reserve some of this too for this little spinach I want to serve with this steak. Okay, little garlic here. Like I said, let's give this a tiny little whisk. Okay. And I'm not gonna season this. I might put a little black pepper but I'm not gonna put any salt in it. Okay, little Tuscan marinade. Good Rancher steak. Now, here's the good part. You wanna let that sit for a couple hours, put it in your fridge, it's go time. Just remember, pop this steak out about 20 minutes before the grill's heating up. I like to get my meat a little bit back at room temperature. That's gonna help the even cooking process. But we're almost ready. I mean, I just wanna let this sit 4 or 5 minutes. I can do a couple other steps right now, and then we can throw this on the grill, and this dish is all gonna come together. So let's check it out. We said balsamic chili glaze. What's cool about this is I kind of call it a blue chip because this is something you're gonna wanna make, and it has an amazing shelf life to it. It stores for a long time. So whenever you think about balsamic chili glaze, I mean, this is great with chicken. It's great with everything that Good Ranchers has to offer. The fish, the chicken, the poultry, and the beef. But you know, you can store this and use this on a cheese and charcuterie board. You wanna put it on vanilla bean gelato and have balsamic chili on that. I mean, that's how it's done. So I love having these blue chip recipes around for me, and I store them in my kitchen. And you know, by the time this kind of reduces and cooks down, you got a product that'll last for a couple months. So really, really good. It's almost like a syrup. I got balsamic boiling. I'm gonna add a touch of chili flake. That brings a little bit of heat. I love to add thyme in this. And you can add that kind of like whole and then remove that later if you want to. Let's do a little bit of garlic. And let's do some shallot too. Beautiful. Now, I'll tell you, the only thing you don't want to do is stand directly over this and breathe in the evaporated vinegar. It's fun, but it's really going to illuminate the household. Those fragrances, those smells are going to be awesome. So that's reducing. Couple things I need to add for sure is a little bit of sugar. It's kind of a sweet and acidic sauce. And almost makes like a shellac or a glaze. So you can use this on steaks, you can use this on chicken, you can use this on pork. Beautiful. Look at how quick it is. Hey, now while this is reducing, guys, I think we can get out to that grill and let's throw on those Good Ranchers 10-ounce New York strips, baby. Let's go. Yeah, check out that boys. The smell is amazing. Look at that nice char on there, that beautiful color. All right, guys, steaks are coming off the grill. Beautiful timing because this balsamic chili glaze, look at the reduction. You know, it's almost down to a glaze, which is about 90% reduction there. And that's all you need. And that's when you can kind of add that honey. That honey kind of stabilizes it, kind of turns it into that syrup for you. And like I said, I mean, you got a beautiful dry aged piece of cheddar, good to go. You want to throw it in some gelato, have at it. But today, we're throwing it on some beautiful steaks from Good Ranchers. Pull that off to the side. Want to bring the dish together, need a little vegetable, need a little greenery here. You know, chefs, we like to use butter, so I'm not gonna be shy here. And I wanna cook some spinach, but I'm gonna show you a little way that I cook it. And I try to cook it for my family because it's the way I prefer it. You know, I find that a lot of chefs in restaurants, it's an ingredient that cooks so fast. And it gets overcooked, it gets watery, you know, it's a little chewy. So I like to just get a good amount of butter to cover that whole base of that pan. And what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna make almost like a compound butter as I'm cooking it by adding some garlic. I'm gonna fold this spinach in lightly. I'm not gonna cook the spinach, I'm gonna fold it. As time goes on, that's gonna carry over, cook, and give you this beautiful texture. My kids love it that way too. It leaves the spinach's like integrity of the leaf together, gives it a little more firmness, but is a really tasty way to eat it. Okay, you can see that garlic's kind of coming together. Smells absolutely delicious. I'm not browning it off, I'm just kind of like sweating it off. Pinch of salt in the base of the pan. It's like literally folding in your spinach. And keep in mind, it's gonna shrink up a little bit, so don't be shy. Get that spinach in there, and then as quick as you can, just move it all around. That butter is gonna coat those beautiful leaves, but it's not gonna overcook it too much. Just get a nice little color on there. Just get a tiny little bit of a wilt. There, and it's like almost like a warm spinach salad. Still absolutely beautiful. Let's throw it right in here. This is the board. I mean, this is almost like smash and grab when it comes to steaks right here. I'm gonna lay this out and I'm gonna get out of the way because people are gonna like rush the platter. All right, let's see how these beautiful steaks turned out here. Oh yeah, little Tuscan flavor. I wanna make sure I got it going on. Beautiful, beautiful. Look at the juice coming out of that steak. I mean, it's absolutely perfect. 3 minutes on the grill, don't mind if I do. Right there, good as any steakhouse. That's what you need. Let's line these up. And let's get some chili glaze. Oh yeah. There we go, kids. That is the Good Ranchers New York strip 10-ounce steaks coming to your house on your dinner table, making you look good, feeding your family with love and quality ingredients. Boom.